Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Toma-talk with my co-hosts Nick and Hunter. What's up, fellas?
What's going on, man?
What's going on?
Oh, not much, man. But before we get started on this eventful show here, let's hear a word from our sponsors.
Huge shout out to this video sponsor, BetUS. It's 2022 and tons of people are joining the online betting craze, and one of the best places to do that is BetUS. They offer live betting, fast payouts, and even betting on the go with their mobile app. And if you use promo code Tomatalk when you sign up, then you will get a 125% deposit match bonus up to $2,500 on your first deposit. That's $2,500 worth of free money. And like I always say, if it's free, it's for me. So go to BetUS and use our promo code Tomatalk, that's Tomatalk, Tomatalk, or click on the link in the description below. Get your offer today.
And we're back.
Right,
and
guys.
one other one that we have not done a roll for is Nick. Do you want to go ahead and take that one?
Sure. It's Seat Geeks. We have a sponsorship with Seat Geeks. If you use our code Tomatalk, that is Tomatalk, all caps, you will get $20 off of your purchase. Hey, money off is money off.
Completely agree, man.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So
Short and sweet. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Money.
That's
money,
right.
Free money's free money.
Exactly.
free money. All right, guys. So obviously, a lot of stuff happening here recently. A lot of stuff, especially in Braves world. Really didn't foresee this happening. It's a little crazy, but a picture's worth 1,000 words. So, Nick, if you would, sir.
Okay. Let's take a look.
You can close the door. Close it up.
So basically, Ozuna gets he passes a cop
Stand right here for me.
speeding, and the cop turns around, pulls him over, and I'll go ahead and pause it. When he's first talking to him, he basically name drops the Braves. He's I'm Ozuna, I'm on the Braves, and he hands him
His personnel ID and
Yeah.
his license,
There you go.
and then drops Ronnie's name in the matter.
Yeah.
So,
And then this is after he's kind of run all his information, and he's pulling him back, and he's doing some sobriety tests and stuff like that.
You got anything to drink tonight? No alcohol?
now, in my opinion, he might have went a little long with the light test.
Who's riding with you?
Yeah.
Who's in the car with you?
A
Alright, so you been drinking?
little bit,
So you smell alcohol in the car.
far with the heel to
Got
toe.
anything to drink tonight?
I like that. I mean, that one was okay, but the counting.
You had to drink.
What do you get up to? Was it 20 or
20.
30?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 20.
What kind of beers
This
you
is the interesting part right here, though.
How many did you have?
3, 4.
You feel like you're safe to drive?
Yeah, I'm good, my
So,
man.
what-
Sorry.
I mean, you
Hey,
don't need to apologize.
all of my friends, seriously, all of my friends is around it.
So what were you coming here for? This place is closed.
No, we went to the after party.
Off the Gama?
Yeah.
I got you. Okay. Look, I just want to make sure you're safe to drive, man. That's all it is.
Hey, if we am drunk, I don't drive. I do
So you
not-
don't feel like you're impaired in
No,
any
no,
way?
no.
Okay.
Hey.
Well, what I'm going to do is make sure, all right?
Hey,
I mean, talking to him, he seems kind of a little iffy, but he also
hey, my name is.
He
seems like
also
somebody who's
Latino.
I'll just make sure
he
you're
also
safe.
seems like someone who English isn't his first language.
Can drive?
Exactly.
And it's not.
Yeah, it's
All
not.
right. Just let me talk to you for a second,
Yeah.
all right?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Is there any reason you were speeding on this road? I had to get up to over 80 to catch up to you.
Hey, look, you know what?
I mean, you can get up to as fast as you want to catch up with somebody.
Like yellow.
Yeah,
I
pretty
passed you
much.
way back towards the other end, man. I had to turn around. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
You're moving.
I'm sorry for
All right. Do me a favor real quick. Stand with your feet together like this. All right. Hands by your side, all right?
Yeah,
the question here, though, really, what it comes down to
You
is,
see the tip of this pen?
yeah.
The blue dot, right?
Yeah.
in the
All I
first
want
part of
you
the
to do is
video,
follow this
he
with your
does
eyes. Leave
state
your
that he
head
smelled
still.
alcohol
You
in the
understand?
vehicle,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Watch the blue light.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
alright.
therefore
Yeah, it's
giving
alright.
probable cause to actually
Yeah, I saw it.
initiate
I saw it.
a sobriety protocol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The light.
Yeah. Well, that and the and
Look at the
the
light.
traffic violations. They also mentioned that he had kind of swerved and like
He had
entering
crossed the
long
center
wrong.
line.
He was
Yeah.
failing to maintain
Yeah.
his lane, is what he said. When
Yes,
he
he
pulled him
was.
over.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that could have been crossing the center line. That could have been maybe he was in a a 4-lane, and he kind of weaved into another lane and back in.
No, I really do feel like he went too long with the light to the eye.
Yeah,
And
I mean it's like
quite honestly, a defense attorney could argue something along the lines of that.
yeah, it's kind of like, well, I didn't get him the first 5 times. Maybe after number 30,
Yeah.
he might turn his head. It's like if he's not turning his head, he's not turning his head.
No, and he's okay. Nick, go on and skip on to the line real quick.
Yeah, this goes on for another.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Almost a
yeah,
minute.
Go ahead and
There's an official
skip
test
to
of
the
the law concerning
line.
the one-leg stand. You fine going through those?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go right
Yeah.
over here.
Well, they spend another 5 minutes right
Yeah,
here.
and
just
another
trying
5
to
minutes doing this. So
Explain to him.
Yeah.
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 all right.
Which
so
honestly-
just move it.
Yeah, the problem with explaining it once again just seems like somebody who doesn't speak English as his first language.
English is not their first
Steps
language.
on
Yeah,
this line.
that makes perfect sense.
With your hands by your side.
Yeah,
You're gonna look
I mean, I
down,
feel like
count
he
each step
understood
out
what
loud.
he's saying, but they
I'm gonna
did
take
kind of
3
make
steps
it
for
like
demonstration
sound
purposes,
like
but you're gonna take
overly
9,
complicated
right?
when all they're
Walk.
asking him to do is walk 9 slow steps.
2.
And that was the
Hill to
point.
hill.
Step.
Yeah,
They
I
wanted
know.
to trip him
On the
up.
line. With your opposite foot, you take a series of small steps.
They should have done the Reno 911
Take 9
thing
more.
where they had him doing the step, hit,
Yes, sir.
step,
The
step,
opposite
hit,
foot. Now
Step,
remember,
step,
and then
hit.
go, oh,
Yeah.
man, you're a good dancer. And he goes, I always dance better when I'm drunk. Oh, man, you got
And
me.
you get your 9 step. And once you
Oh,
start,
man.
don't stop
I
until
love-
you're finished.
Love that
Okay,
show.
do you understand?
Great show.
All right, if you understand, sir, you can begin.
You tell me when I finish, I'm gonna be like this, and then.
And now they got to explain it to him all over
Go
again.
back to. I'm going to explain.
Yeah,
it, okay?
yeah. See, there's
So put your left
the.
foot
Yeah, he's
down.
not
Like-
understanding
like-
what
like
to
you
do when
said,
he
Put your
turns.
left foot, okay?
Yeah.
Just hold that position.
Yeah,
All right,
you
don't
could
move, I'm gonna explain
you
the
could
test.
easily,
You're gonna
like
take
you
9
said,
steps.
justify this
9
as a man who
heel-toe
is
steps. I'm
not
gonna take
Yeah.
3 steps.
English
Just
is not
really
his
straight.
first language.
1, 2.
But when he
When you get to
he
your
refuses
ninth
the
step,
breathalyzer though, and
That's
kind
what
of
got him.
on the
That's
line.
actually what got
With
him
your
arrested.
opposite foot,
Was the factor that he
take a
would,
series
you
of
know,
Which very well could have been.
use that.
Yes, sir. Go around.
That very well could have been that maybe
Yeah, so once you get
in
to that
some conversation
position,
with one of his
take
friends, his friend was like, "Oh man, the breathalyzer this, the breathalyzer that," and then
Yeah,
it gets to that point,
yeah.
and he just goes, "You know what? I'm just gonna refuse that because I don't trust breathalyzers or something like that."
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions with what happens when you take a breathalyzer.
Oh,
Yeah.
there really are. And as you can see, having no problems, not staggering.
My question
Watch
is,
when he goes to turn around.
what was his? Because they took him to the police station and did a blood alcohol test on him.
Which would have been
Yeah.
standard. They had to obtain the warrant for the blood, though.
Yeah. So my
Which
first
they would have
question
had.
is, okay, what's the blood alcohol content at the
That
police
is the
department?
question.
I
Yes.
had to order here.
Because clearly he's doing a good job.
You tell me I had to order here.
Like he's got me fooled here.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Your hands by your side. You can lift either foot.
Well, I mean, he
Choice, right or
actually
left.
does look like
I'm gonna
somebody
lift my
that just
left foot.
drunk like maybe 5 or 6 beers,
You're gonna hold it
and
approximately
he's a pretty
6
big
inches
dude.
from the ground.
So I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
I
a big
mean,
dude. So
he's probably
Hands by
over
your
the
side,
legal
you're gonna
limit.
count out loud.
But yeah, I doubt he
1001,
was that
1002,
drunk. But he was
1003.
speeding.
All right,
He
keep
was,
counting.
entering other
Until I tell you to
lane.
stop.
You know.
Hold on. Do you
yeah,
understand?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you know when to start. Okay.
Now that in itself, I mean, the cop did have reasonable, probable cause to pull him,
1001,
or I'm sorry,
Oh, yeah,
reasonable
no.
suspicion,
1004,
reasonable suspicion,
1006,
and then the
Yeah.
smell,
1007.
the smelling of the alcohol in the vehicle, which could have been.
Well, even
then there was an
the
open container in there. For
yeah,
that matter
he
of fact,
had
would
reason to
be-
pull him over to begin with, and then
Yes, he
when
did.
he approached the window, he smelled something.
Right.
that could very well
therefore,
be yeah. Yeah, see, he's killing it, holding his foot up.
I mean, really
You
is.
stop, all right?
There's
Let's
no
walk around
movement.
back here for a second.
He's struggling
He's-
a little bit with accounting, but
Yeah,
but I think
I
that
mean,
might
honest-
just be because, like, think about it. I can count in Spanish, but I'm gonna get to like 16 or 17 and go.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, if you told me to do
And,
that in Spanish, I'd be like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that. It's not because I can't hold my foot up. It's because I can't. Because I might not be able to count in Spanish.
Hey, Marcell.
Ozuna's been in the big leagues for over 10 years, though. He's been here for a while.
Yeah.
I don't feel like that was a problem.
I worked at a pawn shop with a guy that had lived in the United States for like 10 or 15 years. He still spoke very broken English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he'd
yeah.
been
I
dealing
know
with
it's
people for a
possible,
very long
but-
time.
Yeah. I mean, for major league guys though, doing these interviews and stuff, like they have a strong incentive to learn English. You know.
Well, his English is pretty
Yeah,
good.
they do.
Yeah. His English is not bad at all.
But yeah, see, that's where he turned down the breathalyzer,
It's my car.
Yeah.
and he doesn't. I guess he doesn't understand that turning down. A lot of people don't understand. If you turn down a breathalyzer, you immediately get arrested.
Oh, wait,
DUI.
that's automatic.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
automatic.
Yeah. and-
Whether you're under the
and it's
influence of
also-
anything or not, you're immediately arrested for it.
Yes.
Yeah. They're gonna find out how much alcohol's in your system either way.
That's why
And,
you might as
and
well
that's
just
immediate.
you might as well just go ahead and blow. Like, doesn't matter.
Wait right there, man.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, there
If
may
you
be
have had-
certain circumstances where that's not
No.
always the case.
now there are certain reasons they could refuse there, right? But the one thing is,
Also,
sometimes the
dude needs to clean out
misconception
his
is
car.
that really badly, really badly,
Come on, man.
really badly.
All I'm about to do is search your pockets so you don't have anything dangerous.
Searching pockets. He's searching his prison
But
pocket.
You want your friend to try to drive your car? Has he been drinking too? Somebody coming? Alright, that's my car.
that's just
Don't most police officers normally carry like mechanics gloves, not like rubber gloves?
yeah. The mechanics gloves are a lot better for this.
I was about to say, I feel like mechanics gloves would be much better at protecting you from anything inside of a pocket, rather than just latex gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is actually a lot better.
Because I mean, working in a kitchen, I've worked with a lot of latex gloves, and those things tear very easily.
Oh, they do. They do.
Yeah.
Now,
I feel like the mechanics glove things are more like a when you're operating your weapon or when you're like actually doing something in the field that requires.
Yeah, I mean, from a lot of the
no, it's
a lot of the police
really,
videos that I've
honestly,
seen, they put on mechanics gloves to either search a person or search a car. Because you got to think, a mechanics glove is going to protect you from. I mean,
against a needle or something
well,
like
it
that.
might not protect you against the needle, but a lot more of the sharp objects, like razor blades, you're going to have much more protection against that, or a knife or something like that, as opposed to latex gloves. That is not at all going to protect you from a razor blade.
not at all.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, so I guess we can stop it right there. All right. So the main thing here is, this is not really good for Marcell.
No.
Kidding me? That might be good. Could be.
You think he gets released, or like what do you think
I mean,
the repercussions
well,
of this are?
here's the question. Here's the question.
Once again,
Hold
blood
on.
alcohol content.
Well, there's that, yeah. But here's the main question, aside from the blood alcohol content. Are the Braves currently the stars of a 90s sports movie? Because if so, him just getting out of jail, that would mean like that they're gonna win whatever ball game they're going into.
I mean, we already used all that up last year.
Oh yeah,
We used up the 90s sports magic and storyline.
They could even
last
have the police bring him directly to the field and then walk him out and then uncuff him.
Yeah, definitely. And get him a pair of glasses with some skulls on them.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep, he
he's
could be
kind
the
of
bad boy
already
of the
lost
team.
his starting job, anyways.
Oh no, he's screwed. I mean, like
Over gross, man.
and that's pretty bad. A guy that was hitting 169 or 189 or something like that in
Yeah, well, Grossman
Detroit.
didn't have any protection in that Detroit
No,
lineup.
he didn't.
That
No,
makes
he
a big
didn't.
difference. He's not expected to perform like that here. He's our seventh,
Well,
eighth type guy.
Exactly. But see, whereas Marcell is supposed to be DH slash, protection.
Home run
For-
hitter. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. He's got 20 home runs. Like, if he was playing every day for the rest of the season, he could realistically be a 30 home run guy. And how many
maybe.
30 home run guys do you know where you'd be like, yeah, I don't really want him in the lineup? That's kind of a
true,
crazy
but
thought.
when you have the history that he has right now with us,
even before that,
he was fortunate to be allowed back on the team after we all know, because they get real catchy about that.
I mean,
word.
let's be honest though here.
So.
Is a DUI honestly that bad?
No,
but
but once you compound it with everything else, it starts to look like he's just a mess.
I mean, if you think about
basically,
the guy
he's a bad decision maker.
If you think about it this way, the guy that scored the very first touchdown in the very first Super Bowl did it with absolutely the worst debilitating hangover ever. Dude breaks curfew, sneaks out at night, parties with 2 of the flight attendants that he met, just has the time of his life, and then the starting receiver, who he is the backup for, basically dislocates his shoulder like 1 or 2 plays into the game, and they go, all right, man, get out there. And he's like,
you're in. Yeah.
What?
I mean, the entire 1986 Mets team won the World Series on coke every single day.
Cocaine.
I mean,
Matt Harvey, Cy Young.
Yeah, so it's, is a DUI
coke.
like a DUI? Like that happens. That's not the word. He's not like. I mean, he's not like applying to be a police officer here.
It would be different if he was hitting
playing baseball.
300
Like,
before us.
What's the deal?
For instance,
yeah, but he's not playing baseball neither, though. That's
no. See, and this is the thing. Like, if he was hitting 300, and let's just say it was already at 30 home runs,
or even just 20 and still hitting 300.
Right, still hitting 300, and with a high OBP. So
then I would say, it's not that big of a deal. Get him back out there. But
right now, he's a detriment in the field, and he strikes out more times than not.
Yeah,
So-
and he's literally a detriment to people on the road now, too. So,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Yeah,
I think
But
that
it-
might be the final straw for him in a Braves uniform.
it probably is. He was actually lucky he got that after the, we can't say the word, but we can use the initials, DV charge. He got very lucky to be accepted back. I mean, my goodness, Trevor Bauer didn't get that treatment, and he's not been charged with anything.
Well,
But then again, he does other things that are just really all putting the team in.
yeah.
But anyways,
let's talk about how the Braves have actually played. We won tonight in Game 1 against the Astros. McCullers, it was his second start back. So we caught them. I feel like we caught McCullers at a good time. Wright pitched a really good game. He had 1 bad inning, really. And he gave up 1 monstrous home run to Kyle Tucker. But, outside of that, I mean, he pitched really well. McHugh had 25 pitches and 2 innings.
That's
and
really good.
had 2 solid innings, like the best we've seen so far from him.
So that reminds me. I haven't checked. How'd the Braves Mets series end?
Oh, now that's interesting. 3 out of 4.
Yeah.
It's what
not
we
bad.
needed. That was the least we could do. We really needed 4 of 4.
Yeah.
And if Odorizzi,
yeah.
doesn't pitch Game 3,
Sweeping the series is always preferred. Like what?
no, but it was.
We really
very
could have
attainable.
won every single game this entire season. I mean,
I mean, in this situation, we really needed to. Yeah, Because
okay, so
God forbid you win every game. Like, oh jeez.
Well, basically, here's the problem.
We're
Nick.
down to the last 30 games. Yeah.
Yeah, we're down to the last 3 games. That's one. Number 2, you only got 1 series left against the Mets, so you better hope to God they lose and we win.
Yeah.
So when you come into that series, you want to at least be either ahead or no more than a half game back.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. Like the one game we lost, all we had to do is pitch anybody else in our entire organization,
Anybody else.
and there's a good chance we win that game.
If we could just win every game from here on out, I think we'll be set.
But then the thing is, like, if we would have won that game, then we're 2.5 behind, and then we play them 3 more games at the end of the year, and say everything's a wash between us, and then we would have a chance to, sweep them and.
How do you have a game behind somebody?
So what?
Half a game because one of the teams had a rain out, so a doubleheader has to be played, or one team's played more games than the other.
Seems like somebody's cheating.
Yeah. But I like the position we're in. I don't want to play the wild card, obviously, because but also if you're the Mets and you get that bye, there's a six game downtime, and that's not necessarily a good thing for any team. Like, it sounds like a good thing.
No.
Yeah, it sounds like a.
I'll give you a prime example of why you don't want to buy. Okay, so 2009 Carolina Panthers get a first round bye in the playoffs. Had a great season. We're the number 1 team in the NFC. Well, guess what?
And then we blow it.
They face the Arizona Cardinals, the wild card team, right?
Yeah.
Led by Kurt Warner, of course. So there is.
Cardinals showed up to play. We didn't.
And Delhomme threw like 5 interceptions.
Oh, it's because we had Jake Delhomme. That's why.
No, we actually were doing pretty well with him. He just choked and then never recovered.
Yeah, but
either way.
Was that his birthday game?
Yes.
Ah, yeah, that's what I remember. That was like his record for interceptions that he's ever thrown.
Yes.
I just remember the announcers going, "Man, this is the worst game he's ever, and it's his birthday." And I'm like, "Oh god, that's a shitty birthday."
Yeah. Well, anyways, Hunter, the whole point is you don't really want that bye because you want the momentum, but you also don't want to be in that wild card situation.
Yeah,
either way.
Of course. But at least any wild card situation we're in, it's going to be at home.
It's a 3-game now, so
it's going to be at home too, and that's a big. That's a big deal. We're probably either going to end up playing the Padres or the Phillies too in that series. And if it's I want to play the Phillies just out of curiosity, but honestly, I think the Padres versus Braves at home. The Padres aren't that used to playing at Truist Field. They have, but Juan Soto would be used to it.
And
but
what
the Phillies,
in the bloody heck's going on with their asses right now, man?
Yeah, and just underperforming.
I mean,
they might not even hold on.
Something happened with Snell, dude. Something happened with Snell involving a DUI right before his last start. It wasn't he got charged with one. It was.
I saw something with him, but I didn't think it was a DUI.
Oh, it was something. But I'll say this: best case scenario, we get the top wild card spot. That's probably, the worst case here. Best case, we win the division.
Yeah. No, worst case would be if we fell out of the top wild card spot and didn't get home field advantage.
I feel like best case scenario would be winning the World Series, but
that is the dream, the idea.
But another thing, here's a question for you.
And
if you're the Mets, do you you get that 6 days off, which is a bad thing, even though that sounds like a good thing, but you also get to line up your number 2, like DeGrom and Scherzer, 1-2 in a 5-game series versus say the Braves, and then we would be either pitching our 3rd or 4th starter in those games versus Scherzer and DeGrom. But say we take one of those first 2 games against Scherzer and DeGrom versus our 3 and 4 guys, then we're back, back towards where we get the momentum and have our top guys going against their bottom.
And if we're not, if we're at home, if we're at Truist, we got the advantage. You've seen what happened in Queens.
I think it would be, I'm not sure, but I imagine it would be first 3 games at City, last 2 games at Truist.
Yeah, I know.
In a 5-game series.
That's kind of the situation there, right?
Yeah, well, at least it ends at Truist. Yeah.
Yeah, but still.
And we would probably have Freed going, like, say if it's a Game 5, we'd probably have Freed going at Truist.
That's true. That's true. You're looking more at, I don't know, I was kind of expecting when they went to play Philly, it would be a competition after they played us.
Yeah.
They annihilated Philly tonight. We annihilated Houston.
Brett Beatty continued doing well, too.
Oh, yeah.
He got a 2-out, 2 RBI knock in, I think, the 7th inning or something like that. So he's starting off really good.
Did you actually get to watch our last recap video?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah. We had done a little bit on the Soroka, right?
Yeah. He's another I forget about.
And the extension, of course, to Harris, which was brilliant, by the way.
Yeah.
By the way, shout out to some friends of ours from the lefty catcher. By the way, nice pickleball on that one, Nick.
Yeah. They had some decent content. They're a pretty small channel.
They asked me a question, and I responded with, they asked me how the Braves keep pulling off these deals, right? My response to them was this. Well, you look at Alex Anthopoulos' history, right? That wherever he's at, he brings a certain vibe or, winning culture.
Yeah.
And, people tend to gravitate towards that.
Look, when it comes
the people
to the
in the organization want to stay in a winner.
When it comes to the Harris deal, it's a no-brainer for Harris. For one, it would be years from now before he would even be. He does. I mean, it's risky on the Braves. It's one of the few that I felt it's not too risky because we gave Ender the same for less years $70 million, and we ate that like it was nothing, and that's before we ramped our payroll up.
Yeah, I felt bad for.
It's not that big of a risk. Yeah, I do too, but it's not that big of a risk. But it's very possible that Michael Harris just ends up being a really good defensive outfielder that can, average hitter. That's possible. We've seen Hayward, we've seen Francoeur. For Harris, I think
there's an upside
here. Perfect sense. It makes perfect sense for both teams. Riley, I think he got a pretty fair deal for someone that wants to stay in Atlanta. He knew he wanted to stay in Atlanta. He knows he could wait.
He made it very clear he wanted to stay in Atlanta.
Yeah, and he actually, I read a quote from his agent, and I thought, okay, this is exactly what an agent's supposed to do. Because he told his agent, look, this is where I want to be. Like, when you get a fair deal, tell me and let's ink it. And that's, I think what happened with Freddie Freeman in the long run might have been a good thing for the Braves because I think it helped us get some of these deals done. And supposedly we're in talks with Swanson right now, but who knows if that's the truth because a few things get leaked.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But ultimately, dude, I was sad when we lost Freeman, right?
Yeah.
But you were right when you said it, and I give you massive props. You called it, right? You don't screw with AA. And when Chipper was coming out and talking, right, and saying, okay, even told Freeman, hey, you don't negotiate like that with AA.
Well, he wasn't. his agent was.
I know, and
yeah, I mean,
it would have been all he had to do was say, "Hey, get it done."
Yeah, but
But
yeah, we went over that 1,000 times.
either way, we came out on top on this one. You still got to lock down Freed this year.
Yeah, actually, he's not a free agent till after the 2024 season, so we got 2 more years of him.
Oh, we got 2 more. You still want to get it done now before it gets. I mean, the asking price gets.
Yeah, but he's gonna be almost or like right at 30 at the end of 2024. So who knows what that deal is gonna look like. I mean, it'll be another season or more worth of revenue that we'll have to spend on contracts. Like, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, the battery's been that's a big bringer of money.
Also, it makes you wonder, like, if, say, Soroka comes back, has a pretty good postseason with us, and then we start to see him have, like, a good first half of the year next season. They could get him on a really good deal with all the injuries he's had.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah,
Soroka would be kind of close to his free agency. So if Soroka's doing really well, say at the halfway point next year, he might decide like, okay, I'm close to free agency. Let's ride it out and see what I could get on the free agent market. Like I said, I think a big part of it comes down to the fact guys want to stay here and win because they know we're going to be winning for a long time.
That's a good thing. There's not that the window's not really closing on us at the moment.
Yeah.
Now,
it's a perfect place for people that want to get paid and they know they'll get paid, but they don't necessarily have to have top dollar if it involves being on a losing team or the team somewhere in some part of the country they don't care to live in.
I.e., like, for instance, Mike Trout, one of the, greats. He has not sniffed the postseason.
Yeah.
Him or Ohtani. And, okay, get paid a whole lot of money. Or take a discount, get some talent around you, and be a perennial favorite to go to October.
No.
That's the thing. That's why I say...
It just always comes down to priorities.
Do you want the money or do you want to win?
Yeah.
You can still make money, plenty of it, but just, Yeah. But I'm not downing Trout. Trout's an amazing player, once in a generation.
And not to mention, he came up with the Angels. It's not crazy. It especially for when Trout signed that contract, it wasn't crazy for Trout in his mind to consider like, okay, no, I'm going to stick with this team and we are going to win eventually. We are going to put some talent around me. Like, he probably considered that and thought about it and had faith in the Angels to some extent. Mm-hmm. But as time goes on, and it's the same story every year, I don't know how I feel, But Ohtani's already talked about how he feels. And that's concerning.
Yes. But, so the question you got to ask yourself here is, we also got Vaughn Grissom up.
Yeah.
Grissom is playing well.
Yeah.
Now we re-signed Dansby. What does that kind of leave for Grissom?
That leaves Grissom out in left field, possibly.
That's a possibility, yeah.
But yeah, we're not going to sign every single rookie that comes up playing decent. No, I'm just saying in general because, Dansby's Mr. Clutch. What can we say, right? Yeah.
And...
yeah. Grissom, he could also end up kind of being like a super utility guy, play left field, play second base when Ozzy can't, when he comes back, play shortstop when Dansby needs a day off. Like, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
And
it's all about his
little sweater packed and everything.
It all comes down to, Grissom has to hit himself into the lineup to stay. Like, if he keeps hitting, they'll find a place for him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The kid knocked a moonshot the other day. Good Lord.
Yeah.
Wonder if that thing landed.
He's got a lot more power than I expected him to.
You wouldn't think so with that build, but yeah, he's got a definite power.
Yeah.
I gotta give Max free credit for his start the other day.
Oh yeah, that was beautiful.
Man, you go toe to toe with DeGrom, and
Yeah.
I mean, like, we're not talking about worn down DeGrom. We are talking about full strength DeGrom.
Yeah.
I'm still with you. If we pitch anybody other than Odorizzi in Game 3, that might have been a different story. But
Yeah,
what I did miss
Grossman
was
hit
at
that
the end of the
3-run
game.
bomb against Scherzer.
Yeah.
And got us back into the game, but kind of let it
Yeah,
roll
but
out
what
from there.
happened
But
at the end of the game? I missed that part.
I actually did
I know
too.
Snake got ejected.
Oh yeah. So,
And that was over
I
something
missed
with
the
Riley.
last 3 innings. Yeah, Riley is like a chick swing high fastball that, like, he clearly didn't swing, but it didn't look like a strike neither. And Riley was starting to get heated, so Snit just came out and took the ejection, so Riley wouldn't get thrown out.
Yeah,
basically.
But let's take a quick break and let's come back and finish the show.
All right, welcome back to Toma-talk, guys. So we're just going to end it on this note. Yordan Alvarez came out of the game mid at bat after Grissom fouled one off his foot. He didn't prompt anybody. He just started sprinting off the field towards the Astros dugout. After that, the Braves EMS guy sprinted over to the Astros dugout and went down the tunnel to go see him. And by the time we're talking now, it might actually have came out what was wrong, but that he had to go to the hospital, whether it was to get fluids, whether he was dehydrated and didn't realize it till then. Who knows? But yeah, he was taken to either Northside or Emory Hospital.
Well, definitely
Atlanta.
Positive thoughts out his way. So,
yeah.
Everything's good. Great talent.
We don't want to face Yordan in this series, but we don't want to not face him that bad. Like, we hope he's okay.
Exactly.
Back in the lineup tomorrow.
Exactly.
I do have something lighthearted to end on.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is something funny that I came across recently. Are you familiar with Jared Hughes?
That name I am.
Yeah.
For the Phillies. He's a pitcher for the Phillies. So he comes in to pitch, I guess, relief pitcher at the end. Sprints as hard as he can to get to the mound. When he gets to the mound, just, you guys ready? Let's do this. And then he's just on the mound, just kind of, what's it called? Oh, no, not that go. Okay. Just trying to buy as much time as he can. Just kind of, are you going to pitch? No. Okay, all right.
You know, it happened earlier to the...
No? Okay. Alright. Just trying to buy as much time as he can, and then immediately throws, and that gets just crushed. And he's like, alright, well. He gets pulled. Another relief pitcher comes out.
Yeah. I found out with that Kenley situation earlier that they only have like 2 minutes and 15 seconds to get from the outfield.
Yeah.
You know, while the commercials are going on, get to the outfield, get to the pitcher's mound, and then throw their warm-up pitches.
Yeah.
So I guess pitchers are just sprinting out there so they can have time to throw them, and then realize like, oh shit, I'm a relief pitcher. I don't run.
The pitcher that came out after him jogs to the mound like a normal human being.
Yeah, you just jog.
Jared Hughes, like he's like, pow! All right, I'm here.
Yeah, he's the Brandon Nimmo of relief pitchers.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
I'll keep an eye on that next time we play him.
That would be good, yeah.
All right, guys. Is that the show?
I do want to clarify one thing. What I was saying earlier, Snell was involved in a collision right before his start with a drunk driver, so that's what I was saying on the.
Yeah. He wasn't drunk, but he got into a minor fender.
Yeah,
he got into a fender bender with a drunk person. Yeah.
And basically, guys, it's been great having both of y'all on. Glad we can finally get some full pods out there a little more regularly. And
maybe after the Astro series, we come back and revisit.
I think we should. And I mean, best case scenario, guys, we need the Phillies to actually do us a little favor.
Yeah, it'd be nice for them to take one game maybe from the Mets.
One game at least, and we win that one game, therefore getting us a,
Yeah.
But anyways,
right,
guys. For those of y'all who haven't hit the subscribe button, please do. If you want to see any specific content, leave us a comment in the comment section, and definitely check out our sponsors. Their links are down in the description.
Yep. Go check out the link in the description. If you need to buy any tickets, go check out SeatGeek and use promo code Toma-talk, all caps.
And guys, as always, go Braves. And
chop on.
Later.
Peace.